It's my extreme pleasing pleasure to introduce someone that's near and dear to me. She's known by some of you, but let me present her to all of you. She's the owner, she's the visionary, the travel connoisseur, the travel curator in chief. She's the hostess with the mostest. And I'm proud to say she's also my beautiful wife. So please join me in giving a warm welcome to your travel host extraordinaire, the lovely and effervescent Cherise Stanley.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Oh my, I feel like I was on some kind of a show or something. I almost want to say that it was like Steve Harvey introducing me, but that's not a good word nowadays. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Thank you all for joining. And yes, Happy New Year to you all. I am just so excited to be here, to be with you all, to introduce our business, and to share the world of travel, which is a passion of mine. It is truly a passion, and I will get into that as we go through the presentation. And so I see that there are people who have been joining us as Emmanuel was speaking. But if you just joined after the fact, please mute yourself and then we will take the questions at the end or utilize the chat. So without further ado, let me get started. All righty. So you have all joined us today so that you can discover the world of group travel. And I am going to bring that information to you, and I hope that you like exactly what you hear. All righty. So, introduction. Again, my name is Cherise Stanley, and I am the owner and CEO and curator of all the trips here at Cruise Jet Travel. And along with my husband, Emmanuel, whom you just met, we formed this company back in 2017. And I'll just give you a little background on myself. I have had a lifelong passion with travel and customer service. I don't know if you all remember back in the day, but we all used to take the Love Boat to Fantasy Island. And then we also had that show, Hotel, with James Brolin, Connie Selica, and Sherry Belafonte Harper. And so that show, all of those shows actually, but especially the show Hotel, really resonated with me when I was a young person. And when I saw that in the St. Gregory Hotel, I was like, that's what I want to do. And so I actually majored in hospitality at Howard University, and I have a degree in hospitality management and business administration. That's how much and how much of a passion I had for hospitality. And so I've worked in management with the best: Disney, Hyatt, Marriott. And so I bring those same levels of service and the passion for customer service to you. Alrighty, so why did we create Cruise Jet Travel? I knew about people who went on group trips and they didn't really have that top notch service. They didn't really get the most out of their trips. And they kind of came back, when you see your friends and you're like, oh, how was your trip? And it was like, well, we were there and it was nice and all, but, and all those but that they talked about, it made me think, there has to be a better way to be able to do group trips. And so I thought about how, if I was running this trip, what would I have done? What Marriott values and principles, what Disney principles would I have brought to that trip? And so it was because of that that I decided I can do this. I'm in hospitality. I see the guest on both sides. And so this is something that I can do. And it kind of falls in line with, as I said, my passion for customer service as well as hospitality. And so one of the things that drives me with cruise jet travel is the excitement that I see on our guests' face when they have their first time on a plane. first time seeing the Mona Lisa or the Eiffel Tower, the first time on a camel, the first time on a yacht. There are so many firsts that guests experience when we take them to different places. And so that was one of the reasons that we wanted to just bring that to people and give group travel to others, but at a higher level. And so it's our goal to create those full experiences, trips with substance. So, we all book trips on our own. A lot of times, what do? You go to Expedia, you go to booking.com or the like. You do weeks of researching, and then you kind of piece together a day trip here and a day trip there, and you find what you want to see and do. Then it may be a month later, you say, hey, sis, or hey, so and so best friend, I'm going to be going to a trip to wherever, Paris. You want to come along? Now, you know how it is. In the beginning, everybody wants to go. And by the time the trip actually takes place, there is nobody left standing. And so, you know, this is different because you don't have to look for someone who is willing, able, and passport ready because we're always willing, able, and passport ready. So, what are some of the benefits of group travel? I'm going to go through some of these, and these are benefits that you may find with most travel groups. It's an opportunity to connect with like minded people. You can share the experiences and have some camaraderie. You have a certain level of security because you're with other people when you're in an unfamiliar destination. You're not walking around in a strange city by yourself. You have that guided tour, so you have cultural insights and experiences, and you have access to guides that understand the destination. You also have pre-planned and organized itineraries. You maximize, hopefully, the time at the destinations. You get a little bit of this and a little bit of that to give you some variety to suit the different interests. You may be able to see and experience some places that you might not have done on your own. And it's a chance to meet people and perhaps make new friends. So, those are all really good values and reasons to travel with a group. But I want to say to you, why travel with cruise jet travel? There are a lot of groups out there, and we all know that. But with us, you have no worry travel. Our trips are well paced. We offer unique experiences at top rated accommodations. Now, I'm going to go through these bullet points a little bit more in depth. So, no worry travel. So basically what that means is that we handle the trip planning. So you're stress free. You have clear pricing and we support you, not just during the trip, but before and after the trip as well. You know, it's not a big deal for somebody to call or text or email me and say, hey, I have a question, or, I didn't understand this, or do you think we might be able to see or do this? But also after the trip. As I said, a lot of people do a DIY, but you cannot call Expedia and say, hey, we've left the destination. I know you're still there. Do you mind picking up a t-shirt for my daughter? That has happened on our trips, and it's no problem. I'm here. What size do you need? What color are you looking for? I'll swing by the airport gift shop and get one before we come home. You're not going to get that kind of service from a DIY, Expedia, or booking.com. We're accessible. When you call and you text or email, you're not getting an 800 number. You're getting me. Okay, we're a small business. And so you speak to me and I respond to you. And, you know, It's a little different than when you're trying to speak to somebody on an 800 number and then you're saying, okay, well, let me re explain my situation. When you call or text, I am already aware of who you are, what trip. We've had conversations more than likely in the past. So, it's much more personalized. We keep you informed. 60 to 90 days before the trip, we host a Zoom call similar to this one here. So you can hear the latest information, the latest updates on our trip. The other travelers are online, so you're able to meet the people you'll be traveling with, put a name and a face together, ask more questions if they weren't answered before. Then you also have the second Zoom right before we leave, which is 10 to 14 days before. And again, we give those last minute updates, reminders, answer any other burning, pressing questions, make sure that everybody has their documents and that you're comfortable. So when it's time to go, you're ready, you're prepared. Well paced. So we curate our trips so that there is a balance of touring as well as free time. And during the free time, we give you options. So if you've spoken to anybody who has booked with us, they will tell you we do have free time, and beforehand, I will put out a list of suggested things that you might want to do in your free time. Now, during that 60 to 90-day call, this is the opportunity for me to say, okay, you're seeing and meeting the people that's on this particular tour. Who wants to do such and such? Is there outing or something that's burning? Because these extra free time activities are not a part of the regular program, but what it does, I'll give you an example of our latest trip, Dubai. It gives people the opportunity to spend that free time doing what they might have wanted to do with others, so they don't have to do it by themselves. There was a number of people who were interested in dinner in the sky. If you know anything about Dubai, you know that it's very, very popular. And it's not part of our tour. But what we did was use that 60 to 90-day call to be able to get the people that wanted to do it to organize that so that they were all going together at the same time. So again, that's a benefit of traveling as a group. Because if it's just you, and let's say your roommate, if your roommate really doesn't want to do dinner in the sky, one of two things happens. Either A, the roommate does not get to go and they're disappointed, or B, you, reluctantly say, I really didn't want to do this, but I don't want her to miss out. This is a bucket list destination, and this is the only time she'll probably have to be able to do this. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with it. When you have a group of people, now you have several people that may want to do something. And that's exactly what happened on our trip. One of the main people that wanted to do the Dubai dinner in the sky, their roommate did not want to do it. Their roommate does not like heights. But there were so many other people to be able to coordinate, and they all were able to go together. And that's one of the pluses of being on a group trip. They all went together and had a blast. Okay, unique experiences. I was just talking about dinner in the sky. And here's a picture of some of our guests at the dinner in the sky. So you have opportunity to enjoy some of those special experiences that you might not normally get on your own. And with us, we try to offer itineraries that have hops of wow. I like to call them delighters, little things that you might not have expected. And when you get there, it's like, oh, wow, I didn't realize we were going to do all of this. This is great. And so that is one of the things that makes us unique. We try to make sure that we're delighting our guests at all chances. Top rated accommodations. We book 4-star or better accommodations. We always have an English speaking tour guide, and our transportation is private and climate control. So, how is traveling with us different? Again, we do not do those cookie cutter trips. We plan each trip. I curate each trip to have the different elements so that you get a full experience. One of the things I like to say, especially when I'm doing my Zooms for the particular trips, is I want you to be tired and need a vacation from your vacation. And it's not tired that you're running all the time, but it's basically to say, again, this may be a bucket list, once in a lifetime destination. And I want to make sure that you get to see as much as you can. There are a lot of groups that do trips, but you may look at the itinerary and there is a lot of free time, day at leisure, day at leisure, day at leisure. If you're going to have all these leisure days, then why are you booking with me? You can go on your own and be by yourself on your own. You don't need to go with a group and then be on your own. So we make sure that we have full experiences and do as much as you can. Will you see everything in a week? No, of course not. But our goal is that you have a full itinerary that gives you free time, but also when you come back, you feel like you've gotten your money's worth. And that's most important, but that you can also come back and tell people and share those pictures to say, I saw this, I saw that. What? You saw all that? Yes, girl. Yes, I saw all of this. So that is one of the top things that we want for you. Culturally immersive experiences. So whenever it is possible, we try to include experiences where we're interacting with the local communities and we're highlighting people of color on our tours. Now, I get this question a lot. So what size are your groups? What's your average group size? We prefer to keep it no more than 40 people, especially for our international trips, because we want it to be tight knit. We want you to be able to speak to us and have the opportunity to converse with us and get to know you while we're on those trips. But on average, it's 20 to 25 people. Unmatched local expertise. So again, the tours are led by English-speaking destination experts, and you have the opportunity to ask questions throughout the trip because we have the same person for the duration of the trip. Now, the exception to that would be in some cases where we may be going to more than one city. While we're in that particular city, we would have the same person. So, for example, if we did a Paris and London, we may have one person the whole time in Paris, and then we're matched with our next person when we got to London. Okay, so this is also important to me, input from you, because you all are the heart of our business. I put a lot into my guest, and I want to hear what my guests think. What do you feel? Was it up to your satisfaction? And we base our trips on your suggestions and your feedback. So we do surveys, we do polls in our Facebook group. And while we're on the trips and before and after, we're talking to people to get an idea of what it is that they like. And after the trip, what it was that they liked or would like to see changed, or what could we do to improve upon your experience. So I would love to invite you all to be a part of our cruise jet family. We want to celebrate those milestones and those special moments. We want to get together with like-minded people. We want to be fast friends. And so I do call this a family. And speaking of the cruise jet family, I would right now really love to invite one of our family members to speak. So let me stop sharing for a moment. All righty. Sandy, would you mind coming off mute, please? And let me see.
Did I?
Oh, there you are.
Can
Hold
you hear
on.
me?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear. Let me see. Emmanuel, are you able to see her on the main screen? Because I want to make sure others can see Sandy. Give me a thumbs
She's
up. You can see her?
That's
Okay, great.
blowing. I can see it.
I'm here.
Yes. Yes. So, Sandy, if you wouldn't mind, please share with the people your experience working with and booking with cruise jet travel.
The best part was when we had the Zoom meetings beforehand, because I've never gone that far away from home ever in my life. And to have you to explain to us everything that we needed to know and give us a timeline as to when we had to have it done, that helped me tremendously. Once we got there, we were met with such sweet people. I mean, people that we really felt like we've known all our lives, and we just met because you were so genuine with your attitude and made sure that we had the best experiences that you had planned for us to have. So I'm very pleased with what we did in Dubai and can't wait to go to Egypt with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I so appreciate it. And I feel the same way. We had such a wonderful group. And, just seeing you and hearing how you enjoyed the trip, it just really does my heart good. That's really what drives me. That's my jam. So I'm just really happy to hear that. And thank you so much for sharing that with everybody in the group. I appreciate you.
I enjoyed every bit of it. Can't
Thank
wait to
you.
go again.
Yes, yes. Now, I have another family member I would love to bring to the forefront for me, please. Cherie, if you wouldn't mind sharing a little bit, just a moment or so.
Hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Well, I tell you, Dubai was on my bucket list because several friends and sorority sisters said Dubai, Dubai. And I said, well, why, who'd you go with and all? So I had never met cruise jet travel. I happened to see it on online. And I said, well, maybe I'll check it out. So you called me and said hi and introduced yourself. And then you talked about the fabulous time we were going to have. And that just set me, I was very, very excited, getting ready to go. You also had a Zoom, pre-Zoom meetings. We met a lot of the people that were on the cruise. On the Dubai trip. We still talk to one another. And every day, it was amazing. You had it well planned. You asked, are you having a good time? We had top-notch hotel, everyday breakfast, and it just wasn't like McDonald's or Denny's. I said it was like a buffet and beautiful, beautiful setup. All we had to do was go. Don't worry about it. Breakfast was included every day. Every day we had a special trip, and it was just wonderful how you planned it and made sure that we were not, missing out on anything. It was a grand vacay. Not only did you make sure we had a good time, you gave us, I don't know if you can see, it's called Dazzling Dubai. It was like a beautiful, I can see it. It's like
Because you have the virtual background, but it's a keepsake book with an itinerary.
You have a copy of it nearby?
Not right here. I'd have to look for it.
Oh, anyway, Dazzling Dubai, we received a beautiful gift box, and in the box was Dazzling Dubai. Every day was detailed what we were going to do, and it did happen every day. Not only did we get I call it a souvenir journal, because I still look through it and say, yeah, I went there. Yeah, I was there. And others said, you saw it? I said, yep, I saw it all. Also, we got, can't see that, I'm sorry, but we got a beautiful cruise jet travel bag. And I had walked around with it to show people, and they asked, what's cruise jet travel? I said, go to this website. So I'm so happy that I went. I said, this will depend on if I go to Egypt, I'll see how Dubai goes. And if it's wonderful, I will be going to Egypt. But you are one person that is very interested and caring about everybody, making sure they have a good time.
Thank you.
And I had an excellent time every day. So thank you, Cruise Jet Travel. And I will be traveling with you in the future already.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, you're already booked for our Egypt trip. You
Yep.
both, you and Sandy. So I appreciate you both for coming on and sharing that. But, I just really love what I do. And I'm so glad that you use the word genuine because I guess people can tell when you're putting on airs or whatever. And it really is something that just warms my heart. And as I said, this was something that I wanted to do from the time I was a kid. And so I really, really appreciate you all. And it just makes me feel good that you felt good, that you felt that you had spent your money well and it was not a waste of your time or your resources. And so that's the the feeling that I want all my guests to come away with. That is the exact feeling. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, as you maybe you can see, I have on a beautiful Dubai shirt.
Oh, yes.
And I purchased a beautiful 18 karat gold necklace. One side says AKA, the other side says Cherie. And you'd be amazed how much it costs. If I bought this in the States, but it was very well worth it. So I try to buy something wherever I travel as a keepsake. And let me tell you, I've gotten several comments. One, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? I said, Dubai, Dubai. He even delivered it to the hotel the same night. I said, thank you. So you can tell I had an amazing time. And
Yeah.
mom met mom, and she said, we want to make sure that we're not a fly-by-night service. I said, absolutely not. No, you're for real. No, genuine and for real. Yes, I will spread the word. So thank you, Cruise Jet Travel.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And one of the things I remember when we first spoke, you and I, you said you were interested in going on the trip and you had shown a couple of people the itinerary and they said, oh, that looks like a really good itinerary, but you can go to the concierge and book the tours each day. And you said, nope, I want everything planned out and set up and be, just set up for me to go so I don't have to worry about anything. And that is the feeling that I want all our guests to get. The fact that you have everything planned out and you don't have to worry about it. Because, yes, it is true. You can go to the concierge and ask them to put something together. But having this all laid out for you, number one, when you do a lot of those day trips, you have to get to the meeting place. In a strange city, sometimes there are tons of tour guides, and you got to find which tour that you book. The other thing is there's no guarantee that it's actually going to be available or the time that you want is available. So you have to think about these things also. The fact that there may be something really, really popular, and then you get all the way over there and find out that it's sold out. I mean, how devastating is that? Or you wanted to go to see whatever site and you have to wait until the end. Let's say you wanted to go to the Louvre Museum, just to use an example, and all the time slots were closed except for 3:30, 4 o'clock, and the place closes at 5. You know, you want to make sure that it's set up so you don't have to worry about missing out on anything that you wanted to see. And so that's one of the key things about having it set up. And we didn't have to worry about any cabs. We came downstairs, the tour guide was waiting for us, and it was, just get right on that bus and go. And they delivered us back to the hotel. So that's just two people's opinion. There's so many more. I don't want to hold us because of time. I know people are going to have questions, but I'm going to go back to the presentation. But I thank you both for speaking up on our behalf. Okay, so again, to be a part of the family. So we have some frequently asked questions, and I just want to go over a couple of these. So who is your typical traveler? Typically, our guests are women that are age 50 or better. The size of our groups, we've gone over that. Our average is about 20, 25 people. What's included in the cost? It depends on the individual trip, and our trip booking links will list what's included and what's not included. But at a minimum, your accommodations, the taxes, the breakfast is included on our groups, and of course, the tours, the daily tours. How far in advance would you need to book? You can book as late or as you'd like, granted that there's space available, or you can book as soon as we drop the trip. Now, for most trips, that's 12 to 18 months in advance. Sometimes if we're doing a cruise or a resort, there may be less than 18 months. We accept Visa, Master, and American Express, and we do have payment plans. Okay, if somebody is traveling alone, can we arrange for them to share a room with someone? Now, I will say this, we do not have an official roommate matching program yet. I say yet, but in the meantime, we will attempt to help you locate another solo. And that actually happened on this last trip. We had a lady who was interested in going to Dubai. She didn't have a roommate. And so we put out an email to our community saying, if you're interested in going to Dubai and you would like to share the room with someone, please let us know. And we were able to match the two people, and they had a fabulous time. And they ended up being a very good match for each other. Are single occupancy rooms available? Yes. And again, if you look at the trip's booking links, it is there. Are men allowed? If they're accompanying a female traveler, yes. Do you need travel insurance? It is strongly recommended. Now, I will say this. This is not a Zoom about insurance, but whatever trip you may go on, it is our recommendation that you have some form of coverage. Anything can happen. And so I'll leave it at that. But yes, yes, yes. Are you licensed? Yes, we are licensed and we are a bonded company. So here are just a few pictures of some of our guests and our past trips, people having a great and grand time. So I just wanted to let you take a second to take a look at these. And so a world full of delightful, dynamic destinations. So what is it that you are seeking? I want you to ask yourself, what are you seeking? Is it culture? Is it excitement? Is it luxury? Is it history? Is it heritage? Is it relaxation? Or is it culinary delights? So, questions. Emmanuel, have you been monitoring the chat? I can't see the chat right now, but have you been monitoring the chat?
I have.
Okay, let me see if I can.
If you all have questions, you can go ahead and either drop them in the chat or unmute and ask your question.
Hi, I'm Linda. Linda
Hi,
Alexander.
Linda.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good, thank you. Sharice, I'm sort of curious. I was really surprised to see, but I'm delighted that it did pop up in my inbox. And I was sort of wondering, my information, was it from a trip that I did previously? I've never traveled with you before, but I have gone on some other group travels. So I'm just sort of curious, how did I get on your list for tonight? But as I said, listen to it, I'm very, very delighted.
Thank you. Perhaps did you join our Facebook group? Because if you're on our Facebook group, then you would be on our list.
Okay.
And then there's also some people in the Facebook group who will tag and invite their friends or family. So you may have somebody who put that info in for you. But I am glad to know that you were happy that you were here.
Yes, I am, because, and it could be the case that someone did, because I love to travel. I truly, truly
Oh.
love to travel. And I want to say this, I'm looking, I see Louise Merle Braves from high school, Jacksonville, North Carolina. Linda
wow.
White Alexander, Linda White Alexander.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so Lita Wilson and I were very good friends. And of course,
Yes. Oh my, who would have thought?
who would have thought? And I love the hair. I'm doing my thing now with my hair as well. But my mother was very, very fond of your mother. They went to the Primitive Baptist Church on
Yes,
Road.
yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
gonna have to keep in touch with you, because we're gonna have to do some trips together.
Absolutely.
Now,
Absolutely.
you
I was
Isn't that
looking,
a small world?
oh,
Yeah.
that's the smallest. That is
Yeah.
the smallest.
Now, Louise, have you been on this group for a while? If you don't mind
No,
my
this is my first time listening. I think I must have, like you, probably
Yes.
put in my information on Facebook or something.
Yeah, but I'm delighted. I'm delighted. And how's
Oh,
Hannah? How's your sister Hannah? How's Hannah?
she's doing fine.
Good, good,
She's
good.
doing
All right.
fine.
Okay, well, thank you, Cherise, for letting us say hello to each other. And we're gonna be in touch.
Yes,
All right, thank you.
that is wonderful. Wow.
This is divine intervention, Miss Cherise.
Yes, yes, yes. Mhm.
Yes, wow. Well, I guess I don't have to ask who your roommate's gonna be.
That's right. That's right.
Amazing.
Oh, wonderful. Well,
Oh,
is there anybody else that has a friend that they just found from way
I
back
already
when?
have my roommate.
Oh my God, that's right. Yes, because honey, I'm telling you, I am a 5-year widow now. And ever since my husband has been pet, because we used to go a lot together. But I think since I've been alone now, I've expanded my horizon. I'm doing more international travel now than
Yeah.
what I've ever done. As a matter of fact, and Teresa, I'm sorry, I did not plan this with you. I did not know about your company, but I am scheduled to go to Paris and London in April. But if I have a great time, I'll be looking for your trip again for next year.
All righty.
Yeah.
But I love to travel,
Thank you.
Louise. I love to travel.
Me too.
good.
I love it, but I'm just wanting to get started with it more international
Yes.
because I retired and I said
Yeah.
that's what I always wanted to do.
That's it. That's it. That's it. All right. So we're going to keep in touch.
Absolutely.
All righty.
Sharice, we have a question from, is it Quinn? Is that how we pronounce the name? Quinn Rivers? She's asking, what is the initial down payment for Egypt?
Yes. Just 1 second here, because I want to make sure that I'm giving her the right information. Yes, it's $200. $200 if you are sharing the room, or $300 if you're a solo. And that is on the booking link, just in case anybody else wants to know. For any trip, on the booking link, you will see the price of the trip as well as the deposit.
Okay.
Okay, Sharice, Rochelle, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, is asking when we will have details on the cruise.
We're working on that now. I also am trying to gauge the interest. So depending on the number of people who sign up that say, yes, I'm interested in a Caribbean cruise, that will also determine whether or not we do the cruise. And then those people, we can work with them to see how we set that up. But ideally, I would love to do it in the fall. So like September, October-ish of this year. That's what I'm aiming for.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay. Hi, I'm Denise. And
Nice to
regarding
meet
the
you.
cruise, I'm glad to be here. I've been on several group international trips, but I'm glad to be here and know
Thank you.
more about your organization.
Thank
Have you
you.
determined what cruise line you might use, or is that still under discussion?
Well, it will be, to be honest with you and transparent, it will be between Carnival and Royal.
Thank you.
Okay, Linda says that she would support the Virgin Cruise Line. So,
Okay, thank
all
you.
right, all right.
I have a question.
Great cruise line.
Go
Rose.
ahead, please.
Hey, hi, Emmanuel. Hi, Sharice.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm sorry I joined a little bit late. I wanted to ask you, you answered the question about the cruise, but there are still spaces left for Jamaica, correct?
Yes, there are.
Okay. And I just want to say that my first international trip, everyone, was with Cruise Jet Travel. I am a novice traveler. I travel in the United States quite frequently, but I just jumped out there and went to Dubai. And it was this one word, magical. There is nothing you could have wanted to do, nothing you wanted to eat, and the most amazing people I ever met in my life. So if you are thinking about another group trip or a person to link up with, it would be Cruise Jet Travel. They go above and beyond to make certain everybody has the best time. I have the best pictures. I will post some more tonight. It's just, I can't wait to go again. And yes, I have paid my down payment to Egypt.
When Rose, thank you, Rose. When Rose says she'll post the pictures, any of you that are on our Facebook group, you would be able to see the pictures. Is that where you're going to post it, Rose, in the group?
Correct. So it's Cruise
Okay.
Jet Travel, one word, right?
Yes, just go to our Facebook group. I know you've posted there before. So if you have some more Dubai pictures you want to share, then that way the people tonight on the Zoom, they'll be looking for it there. And
Okay.
if you're not a member of our Cruise Jet Travel Auntie Approved Adventures group, you can join us in Facebook. There is, I believe, the link. Yes, the link is in the chat. And let me see if I can post this again for anybody that might be interested. If you're not part of the Facebook group, then you can go ahead and join our Facebook group. Thank you. Are there any other questions or comments? Alrighty, let me pull up my screen again. Alrighty. Well, this is our information. Thank you all so much. I know for the people on the East Coast is a little late, 9 o'clock, but I wanted to accommodate the people both on the East Coast and our folks over on the West Coast. So this is our information. You have our phone number. You can call or text. Again, for those who joined us late, the phone call comes to me. So you get that personalized service. Having that said, leave a message if I'm not able to answer the phone right away, or shoot me a text or an email. Text will probably be the fastest way, because sometimes if I'm in a meeting or something, I can still shoot a text while I am quote unquote listening to the meeting. And so we have the email there. It's sales@cruisejettravel.com. And then our website is cruisejettravel.com. So I'll give everyone another, oh, sorry, somebody has raised their
Then
hand.
you had a question asking, Phyllis asks, she says she sees Marsha Keys and she's asking, is that President Keys?
Is,
Yes, it
Is
is.
that, is that President Keys from York College?
And I wanted to say that I didn't take a group tour with you, but you arranged a group tour for me and my
oh,
family
yes,
many years
to
ago
Greece.
to Greece and the Greek Isles, and it was more than fabulous. And I just wanted to let folks know that I really appreciated that, and I wanted to come and join you today, even though I do a lot of independent travel. I wanted to see what you had to offer. So thank you so much. It was a great presentation.
Oh, thank you so
Oh.
much. Yes, that was a long time ago. That was definitely before COVID. So yes, I think, what was that, like 2018?
Yes, yes, yes. You did
Yeah,
yes. There were about 25 of us, and you did the whole,
yes.
and you gave us some special features. It was wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you for that testimony. Thank you so much. I think I see, or Are you able to tell there's two people with their hands raised? Trying to see who exactly it is. Let me change my view. Maybe I can get through. Emmanuel, are you able to see who the two
That's,
participants?
they are more than welcome to unmute.
Okay,
Yes.
I just unmuted. I did not get the Facebook page. What was the Facebook again? How is it listed on your Facebook?
Look, are you able to look at the chat? Because I posted it in the chat so that you can get the link and it will take you right to it. But if not, it's Cruise Jet Travel Auntie Approved Adventures.
Okay, Cruise Jet Travel.
Yes, Auntie Approved Adventures.
Now, the name Auntie Approved, I know there's another group that has association with aunties. Is Auntie 60 and above? Or is
Well,
that
for our group, it's 50 and above.
50 and above, okay.
Yes, that's basically our core audience is 50 and above. Now, I will say this. If you or somebody in your friend group, family group is less than 50, they are welcome to join. I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, my best friend is 45. She can't go. Sure, she can. Sure, she can.
Okay.
I just want people to realize that this is our core, but it definitely doesn't mean that someone cannot join from whatever age. And actually 40 is where we start our trips. But again, if somebody wants to go on a trip with us, you know, I just mentioned we were going to do Jamaica and we had a wait list going to do a cruise. So if you are even a grandmother and decide, you know, my granddaughter is going to college, I would love to have a trip with her, and she's only 18 years old. If she doesn't mind hanging out with us, bring her.
Very good. Very good. That's nice to know. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for that question. I appreciate that because somebody else is probably thinking the same thing. Oh, you know, maybe I don't fit in that category, or my roommate wouldn't fit the mold. Come on.
And may I just tell Louise, we're going to find each other on Facebook.
Absolutely.
Would
Good.
you?
We're going to find each other on Facebook.
Yes.
What I will do is I will go through, let me write your names down. What I will do is go through the list of people that signed up for the Zoom.
Yes.
And I will try to email you each other's email. So we got
Thank
Linda
you.
Alexander.
Please do. That would be great.
And then Louise
Merle
Graves.
Graves.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm excited, Louise. I'm so
Me too. I can't believe it.
Have you seen Garnett?
That's wonderful.
Louise,
I couldn't have planned this better.
Louise, have you seen Garnett lately?
I have not. I need to visit.
Okay, all right.
Alrighty. There was one more hand, I believe, that was raised. Does someone have a question or a comment? Because I don't want to leave somebody if they have something to say. You can unmute yourself, whomever you may be.
Well, there are a few of my sorority sisters on this Zoom meeting. Good to see.
Yes. All righty. Well, it is 9:55 or 6:55 or somewhere in between, depending on where you are. So I thank you all. I don't want to hold you long. I thank you for allowing me to share this evening with you. I hope that you got some good information. Again, I thank the people that decided to come off of mute and kind of share their experience because, you know, again, I live for that. That's my jam. So if you're happy, I love it. And so I hope to be able to meet some of you all in the future. But again, the two ladies, if I don't do it this evening, then tomorrow I will send that. So I don't want you to think that I'm forgetting about you, all right? And if for some reason you don't get that email from me by tomorrow, you email me and say, girl, now you said that you were going to give me her email address. So please, get on me if that is the case. But I plan to make sure that I take care of this because this was something else. I really enjoyed seeing the two of y'all and the look on your faces to be able to say you met up with each other again. That was priceless. So again, if you don't have anything else to add or a question to ask, I give you the rest of your evening. Thank you so much and be blessed. God bless you all. Happy New Year to you and take care. Bye-bye.